당신은 점심 식사를 거르시는
Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekamac. This is Limbus Company Oblivion, Part 2. So, we've got new stuff, but most importantly, we've got a whole bunch of new stuff on the Battle Pass, so let's just check it out while we can.
이미 정해진 이야기를 따라 이치에 맞게 사로잡히시길.
We have Rose Hunter Faust here. She has a horse for some reason. And that's the only thing we got out of this, oh dear. So let's have a look at what it actually gave us. It is a Teth Ego. 3 Gluttony, 2 Envy, 1 Lust. Ooh, they've got fancy new icon backgrounds now. So Lasso, it is 4 base power, 2 coin power, 3 skill coins. I have skill 1s that are better than this. Coin power +1 for every 7 rupture on the target. Inflict rupture count and then 2 rupture. For corrosion, it just targets randomly. And it has actual attack weight and more strength. Inflict Lasso. Gain rupture potency equal to this unit's speed value and gain bind next turn. Reduce by 1 at turn end. Okay, that's an interesting way to amp up your rupture. It might actually have some synergy with Dimension Shredder, so let's see what a Thread Spin does. After attack, if the target is staggered or defeated, inflict +1 rupture count against 2 random enemies. Once per turn, cannot stack in focused encounters against 2 random parts. I don't know, the fact it doesn't stack isn't that interesting to me. But let's third spin it. Okay, if the sum of this unit and the target speed is 6 or greater, gain coin power. Okay, so we can have a coin power of 3. Putting it on the level of a skill 3 at full conditional power, still not that good. Before attack, gain haste. Before attack, gain attack weight. I should think so. 2 rupture count, 2 rupture, 2 rupture. And we gain the coin power here as well. Gain haste. Inflict Lasso. Inflict... Okay, deal 2% more damage for every rupture on the target. And what would we get when we make it to the end? We can't make it to the end, we don't have enough force shards, but let's see. +3, so a boost to your coin power. +1, +2, 6 with 3 coins means that it's rolling a 22, so the max power is just barely the minimum power of Lifetime Stew. That's, At highest resonance, gain attack weight. If say resonance is gluttony, then attack weight. At least it's not absolute resonance, that's a pain. +4 on the coin power, so we hit 16, but then we can also get 2 coin power over here. So 22 again. It's also a plus coin. I'm not sure I like corrosions that work on plus coins. If target is staggered or defeated, gain Gluttony power up next turn. Inflict 2 Lasso. Okay, so it will actually stick around. The corrosion is potentially a good thing to use. But there is another version of this, and we can look at it. So, he has 4 coins +2, with a plus coin power for every rupture. Inflict Lasso. Okay, so you can actually get it straight out from Hong Lu. The corrosion is 3 coins, and inflicts 3 Lasso. If we get to 2 coin, to third tie 2. If an enemy or ally is killed due to rupture or bleed damage, inflict 2 Lasso against an enemy, gain haste next turn. Interesting. Randomly inflict bleed equal to this unit's speed divided by 2 between targets. Oh, it has attack weight. And here it does not have attack weight. Oh, it also inflicts healing potency down. It'd be a lot easier to see all this when we actually have the skill though, so let's just go without. We have maintenance compensation. I'll spend that on an extraction sometime this week, I think. And then the Luxcavations. 726. And if we go into here, 734. So we have some interesting numbers to try and beat today. That said, we all know why we're here, right? We're here to end some dreams. 720. Wherein the sinners each share their impressions of the haunted mansion.
아니, 그렇게 우습다는 듯이 놀리지 말아라. 그건 네가 모험이라는 것을 잘 몰라서 하는 소리라고 하지 않았느냐? 우리는 지금부터 유례가 없는 치열한 고행을 치르러 갈 것이다. 네 눈에는 보이지 않느냐? 위대한 모험의 문이 우리에게 활짝 열려 있다.
Sounds like Donnie's fused with the Red Fixer here. Yeah, there's been some theories out about how the real identity of our third sinner. I also had... Oh, right, I have a theory. I think that Honglu's sister is going to turn into a blood fiend, and we're going to have to fight the Fang Hunt office to protect her. It just came to me over the week as a theory of, okay, wait. We're going to need a justification to fight the full strength of the Fang Hunt office, and that came to me as a reason to do so. I don't know how effective that'll be, but that is my random theory that I want put down now.
그러니 잔말 말고 어서 채비를 갖추고 출발하자. 하지만 조금 이상하다는 생각은 드는군. 로신한테가 언제부터 말을 할 수 있었단 말인가?
While we had our reservations, we took the path Sanson opened for us and made it to the next area.
걱정이네요. 이 구역은 시춘 씨를 포함해서 다른 해결사분들이 갔다고 들었는데 모두 무사할지.
Oh, lovely. A noose.
시춘은 괜찮을 거예요. 아, 이거랑 관련해서 재미있는 농담이 하나 있는데.
뭔데?
저희 집에선 13살까지 혼자 살아남은 형제들은 외곽 한복판에 던져놓아도 살 수 있을 거라는 말이 있거든요.
Oh dear, Honglu has such a horrendous family situation, doesn't he?
조금 서둘러야 하지 않겠어? 여기도 1구역보다 더하면 더했지 덜하진 않을 거라고. 혹시라도 눈앞에서 동생이 잘못되기라다면.
그럴 땐 유해라도 수습해서 언젠가 집에 돌아가면 잘 안치해줘야겠지요. 시춘도 제게 똑같이 해줬을 거예요.
그러냐? 그러고 보니 좀 춥지 않아 다들?
This place feels very different from Area 1. Unlike Area 1, which was extremely gaudy and overly decorated, this place is teeming with ominous, depressing silence.
여긴 조금 으스스하달까. 정막이 감도네요. 불길하게.
좋은 의미의 정막이면 좋겠는데. 이곳에 먼저 온 해결사들이 미리 다 쓱싹해줘서 마주칠 혈비들이 아무도 없다거나.
It is pretty suffocating to just sit here, not knowing who won the fight. Or if there even was a fight.
그러면 그 전단지 속 사람 중 하나가 되지 않길 빌자고.
라만차랜드가 다치기까지는 몇 시간 정도 남았죠?
5시간가량 남았어.
좋아. 이 정도면 순탄하네. 이거 설마 우리가 제일 빠르게 장치를 누른 팀인 거 아니야?
Ah, 5 hours. Don't let them know that it's going to be a week until we see the end of this canto. It'd crush their spirits.
비록 이탈자는 발생했지만요.
이탈자라니 배신자에겐 과분한 호칭이다.
하나 신경 쓰이지 않을 수가 없군.
So yeah, apparently Hugo is just dead, even though I sort of go back and forth on whether he should be dead or not, but at the same time we don't know whether the barber survived or not. Either. Characters are just dropping out of this story when they no longer have relevance.
우리가 1구역을 통과한 것이 아니라 그 요술장이 복장을 한 자로부터 통과를 당한 것만 같다는 생각에
뭐 좀 특이한 혈기 같긴 했어.
맞아요. 그리고 어딘가 익숙한 느낌이...
그랬나? 약간 예술파 같다는 점이 류슈랑 비슷하지 않나 생각하긴 했는데.
Ryoshu quietly lets out a cloud of smoke. It briefly lingered in midair before turning into a bizarre shape.
귀엽네요. 고양이인가요?
질질 짜고 있는 내 놈의 모습이다.
She really wants to make it clear that she doesn't give preferential treatment to Sinclair. He's just her translator, nothing more.
통역을 잘못할 경우 벌어질 모습을 표현했지.
응? 여기 좀 특이한데. 아 이거 좀 봐. 지도를 보니까 의무실이라는 곳도 있는 모양이야. 어트랙션을 타다가 다친 분들, 너무 놀란 분들, 혹은 피가 긴급하게 필요한 혈기분들은 이곳에서 도움을 받으세요. 하, 친절한 문구구만.
라만차랜드는 혈기와 인간들이 행복하게 살 수 있는 공간을 위해 만들어졌다고 했었죠.
Yeah, that kind of raises a couple of questions hopefully we'll have answered by the end of this part.
이 지도 설명만 보면 그래도 옛날에는 어쩌면 그 뜻대로 되었을지도 모르겠다는 생각이 드네요.
그게 무슨 소리요? 제대로 되었을 리가 없지 않은가? 이런 건 돈키호테의 사전엔 있을 수 없는 모험이요. 악인들과 공생하여 행복하게 살아가는 장소라니.
No one said the Blood Fiends were villains.
그러고 보니 지크프리트님이 해결했던 사건 하나가 생각나는군. 그것은 다리 위에서 벌였던 전투였지. 그때도 악인들이 아주 간악한 제안을 했다고 하네. 지크프리트님을 돈과 권력으로 압박하며 자신들과 한편에 서라고 꼬드겼다지.
And their name was Keiko.
하지만 우리 지크프리트님은 결코 이에 현혹되시지 않았네. 가증스러운 제안을 내뱉는 악인의 얼굴에 슈퍼펀치를 날려주면서
그 1시간짜리로 편집된 영상이요? 그거 딱 봐도 짜인데군.
Oh. Yeah, that would explain it, wouldn't it?
이렇게 말씀하셨지.
감히 이 지크프리트를 고작 이 더러운 눈으로 끌어들일 수 있다고 생각하는가? 그러면서 슈퍼레이저를 그자에게 자, 모두 여기에 집중하도록.
So I actually saw a few clips of Don Quixote's voice actress, and she's even actually voiced a few of the unvoiced Uptie stories, like the Sync Association one. Give that woman a raise, please. A timely intervention from Utis put a stop to Don Quixote's story.
피주머니들의 흔적들이 이 어트랙션에 집중되어 있다. 이름은 헌티드 블러디 메리라고.
Oh. Bloody Mary, you say?
뭐 유령의 집 같은 건가 보네. 아, 싱클레어. 유령의 집이라는 거엔 진짜 유령이.
Stop trying to stir up Sinclair.
잠깐. 저도 어렸을 때 가족들과 놀이공원에 가봤다고요. 그러니까 그런 식으로 놀린다고 제가 놀란다거나 그럴 일은.
있냐고 물어보려고 했는데 난 놀이공원은 처음 와보거든.
하하.
Poor Rodian.
죄송해요.
에이, 아니야. 그래서 진짜 유령이 나오는 거야?
보통 엉성한 인형들이 나오는 게 전부일 거예요.
Except this is a blood fiend amusement park.
어린아이들 또한 이용이 가능한 어트랙션이기에 실제 유령을 배치하진 않는다. 공포를 조성할 만한 장치가 있을 뿐.
Since we often admit children, we can't actually have paranatural entities. Implying that there are paranatural entities out there, we just aren't using any here. Which, to be fair, we still have to deal with Carmen, so yes.
네, 주로 가족과 함께 방문하는 곳이니까요.
가족이나 형제는 없었던 거니?
나는 날 때부터 혼자였어. 언제나 추웠고 외로워서.
Wow, that's a Doofenshmirtz level of backstory. Both my parents failed to show up at the day I was born.
그렇다면 내가 더 이상 죽고 싶지 않게 만들어주마. 너에게 영원히 함께할 가족을 줄 테니 나를 따라오렴.
Interesting. So even though Red Text has mostly been playing things up, we have to do things adventurous way, like in the books. Apparently he was a decent friend or family member. And we have... In which is recounted the sinner's adventure in the encounter with Haunted Bloody Mary, the nature of which is unclear whether it is a haunted mansion or a blood fiend's den. It's lust and it's gluttony. I'm probably going to move my my experienced excavations to down here and make this my story tab, but first we have to actually get to that point.
잠깐만, 천천히. 유령의 집은 오랜만이네요. 다시 온다면 가족과 함께일 줄 알았는데 이렇게 혼자서.
혼자라니 섭섭한 말을. 동료들이랑 함께 온 거지.
They're trying to make up after the awkwardness they just went through, and I did this at 20 minutes. That was a bad idea.
뭐 식구 같은 거잖냐.
잡담은 거기까지. 아래에 무언가 있으니 전원 확인할 수 있도록. 역시 이미 몇 차례 전투가 치러진 흔적이 남아있군.
썩은 내음이 허파에 들어차는 것으로 보아 흔적이 만들어진 후 꽤 시간이 흘렀으리라 보.
So it was probably nobody we know.
이번 도벌에 참여한 해결사들로 보이는 자들은 없는 것 같구려.
Well, maybe they've all been turned into bloodbags and are shambling through the haunted mansion. But it's probably better not to share that kind of thought here. There's blood everywhere.
헌티드 블러드 메리에 오신 여러분, 진심으로 환영합니다.
The portrait from which the voice was echoing was torn in half. From what we could deduce from the remaining part of the portrait, it was likely a depiction of the king of this castle. Or at least that was the story it tried to convey.
다 망가져 있네요.
찢어진 형태로 보아 이곳에 걸릴 때부터 의도적으로 절개했을 것으로 파악된다.
이곳은 지금 몰락했지만 한때 찬란한 번영을 이루었던 어느 왕국의 고성. 자, 이제 여러분은 성 곳곳을 탐험하여 옛 왕국의 비밀을 밝혀내야 합니다. 다소 두려울 수 있는 장치가 많으니 심신이 미약하신 분들은 탐험을 재고하는 편이 좋을지도 모르겠군요.
Oh dear. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this game then. No, whatever. I do want them to go back to the old dungeon style of part 3, but depending on how quickly we get through this second area, it might end up being that part 3 covers area 3, which would be unfortunate.
그렇다는데?
이런 것을 겁먹지 않네.
Someone give her a hug.
오, 그렇게 세게 잡으면 아파요, 돈키호테 씨. 팔 좀 놔주세요.
That's not the way you're supposed to give someone a hug.
산초, 말씀하실 게 있다면 가까이서 말씀해 주셔야 한다. 대사를 빠뜨렸다니 그게 무슨... 그걸 말했군요. 차가운 공포 속에서도 용기를 잃지 않는 탐험 되시길.
여기부터 시작인가 보네요. 구조를 보면 아마 저쪽 거울에서는 숨어있던 혈기들이 갑자기 튀어나왔을 거고, 이 천장 접합부가 헐렁한 걸로 봐서는 아마 여기서도...
I guess all that time spent on the lake has given Ishmael good instincts for spotting things standing out like that.
그런 식으로 다 설명하는 놈들이 제일 재미없어. 알아?
깜짝이야.
Huh, she was right.
헌티드 블러드메리가 가지는 묘미는 당할 걸 알면서도 소리 질러주는 저런 손님들이라고.
I think they mean not knowing.
전 그런 상냥한 타입은 못 되어서요.
나서지 않고 가만히 숨어 있으려고 했는데 이놈 때문에 열이 받아서 안 되겠어.
So these guys have skull goat masks? I guess each area will have a different mask. Sinister blood bag. Eerie blood bag. So, hard blood thrash. Clash lose, gain bleed and bleed count. So these guys are definitely meant to be fought with a bleed team. Bloodied hand. At 10 stack, inflict additional rupture on hit with skin. So these guys are meant to be rupture, I guess. If target has bleed... Hang on. Show that again. With this unit's skill, inflict additional rupture. I guess it'll be extra rupture on top of the current attacks. We have coagulated blood and bloody hand. Base power for every coagulated blood. When inflicting bleed with skill, inflict rupture equal to coagulated blood on self as well. Okay, here's where the rupture comes into it. Prioritize targets with bleed. Gain fragile and offense level if we failed to deal damage. When hit, gain bleed count. And there's blood feast stuff. And you guys do roughly the same thing. No rupture count, just rupture. Oh, good gravy. Yeah, we have to use execution. How righteous! Gain haste, offense level, and defense level down. Wait. Oh! She gains defense level down each turn. Gain 2 additional offense level after every 3 turns, to a maximum of 6. Heal SP on Clash Win, gain Clash Power Up on Kill. I should go back to W Core since we've gotten to the point where we're relying on elemental weaknesses rather than slash weaknesses. So yeah, they changed it so it's a lot easier to tell which when you've got someone who has multiple of the same tier, it's easy to tell what their actual weaknesses are. I mean, which one is the strong? Like, we have 2 there, 1 there. Oh boy. That gonna hurt a lot. These guys are only level 44, so we aren't gonna get SP up.
정화.
Yep, that was a bad time for Yi Seng.
점 찍었네. 급소가 전복게 뚫렸네.
I was considering saving up the serious Skullbuster, but nah. Lost Absolute Resonance.
내가 알아서 해.
Now we have new mooks. Okay, 7 enemies to go.
정화.
And here we have Ghost, Blood Fiend of Failed Penitence. Gain Withered at start of encounter. So yeah, he's basically lost 15 levels from that. Blood Sucking. On hit, heal by damage dealt if target has bleed. If target has 5 bleed, gain Coagulated Blood. Prioritize targets with bleed. If panicked, reset to 0. Please answer the survey. Gain bleed and bleed count. So these guys seem to be self-bleed. Don't cut me off! Evaded Patience. Consume 50 Blood Feast. Gain Bloodied Hand for every Blood Feast consumed. Counter. Gain base power or coin power. Endless Atonement. When target has 5 bleed, coin power. Alright. We're only 5 turns in, we're still doing good. It wouldn't be enough to get the stagger, unfortunately. So let's just go for Dual Strike. Save up. Actually, no, don't save up. Delete this one immediately so we can start focusing on burning down people more. Wow! His skill 3 deals less damage than his skill 1 because of elemental resistances versus weaknesses.
지금이다. 해골바가지 거미 대가리. 자!
That was a bad time. I guess she lost her clash bonus because
이 전투는 승리.
she spent all of her bonus. She spent all of her extra charge.
빼어라. 알겠어.
13 speed for Don Quixote.
된다면 사활을 건다.
내 죄는
The upside to these enemies being so overleveled is that they're always going to yield XP for us. Unless you come back being horribly overleveled yourself.
깎하지 마라.
Say, 4 cantos in the future.
내가 강해진 게 아니다.
But if you come back like that, then you're probably just going to obliterate everything in a single attack, so you don't need to worry about it. Anyway, that was fun. Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.